You all listening right now, you're like me, I'm pretty sure. And you're always good. You're always responsible. You're good. You're doing the right thing. You're like taking care of business. You don't feel good though on the inside. Like on the outside, you're just like functioning. Like you're really, really good and everything makes sense. And all your safety is in like all this functioning, this external functioning. And I get it because I used to be like that. And it felt so nice, kind of, only in my head. It didn't feel nice. It sounded really good. Like, okay, I'm in this marriage. I like have this group of friends and I make this amount of money and like I have this business and all these wonderful things. Well, it makes sense that God had to take all of those things away one by one and to say, really? Like, are you really going to run your life this way? Like, is this what's going to define your safety? It's all going to be outside of you and you're going to hang on to it like a little tiger, just like claw into it, Welcome to Deep Within. On this show, we dive deep into the nervous system, emotional healing, and transformation from within the body. When I started my personal development journey, it was all in the mind, doing affirmations, visualizations, listening to endless motivational videos. And I found that this approach, without actually getting my body on board, only left me in deeper shame and distress. So this is actually how I discovered somatic body-based healing. My name is Marina Yanai Triner, and I am the Compassionate Somatic Coach. I am gentle, sensitive, and I love deep conversations. I'm so excited and so glad you're here so we can feel like we're together in our own little bubble of deep talks. I am very, very cranky today. I am moody. I am annoyed and frustrated. I have been bitching to several friends, and they said it's not bitching. It's just normal sharing. And I promise this episode is not going to be like a bitch fest or anything like that, okay? But I've decided to record this episode from this mood because I've been thinking about like, oh, I don't want to record in this mood. I want to be like really put together and like give you tips and advice and blah, blah, blah. And like, I feel so unput together from the inside. Like I feel messy. I feel like I just want to like punch a wall, but I don't want to because it also feels really good to feel this right now. And so from this place, I want to record this because, yeah, I do think that some coaches and practitioners could really use like sharing less or like putting themselves together a little bit more. But we all have an edge. And my edge is, and my growth is to fall apart or to be like a little bit messy, like emotional, raw. I can be very vulnerable in sharing my stories and my truth, but I do not like to be witnessed in my emotions. And I'm recording this for a very specific reason because you all listening right now, you're like me, I'm pretty sure. And you're always good. You're always responsible. You're good. You're doing the right thing. You're like taking care of business. You're just like, you're good. And you don't feel good though on the inside. Like on the outside, you're just like functioning. Like you're really, really good and everything makes sense. And all your safety is in like all this functioning, this external functioning. And I get it because I used to be like that. And it felt so nice, kind of, only in my head. It didn't feel nice. It sounded really good. Like, okay, I'm in this marriage. I like have this group of friends and I make this amount of money and like I have this business and all these wonderful things. Well, yep, it makes sense that God had to take all of those things away one by one and to say, really? Like, are you really going to run your life this way? Like, is this what's going to define your safety? It's all going to be outside of you and you're going to hang on to it like a little tiger, just like claw into it, I would claw into my ex-husband, into my friendships, into like texts that I would get, like if they were a little bit like off, or I did a wrong thing and they're telling me that I did a wrong thing. Oh my God, my day was over. My week was over. And so, like, of course, 2025, all of these things one by one had to just like fall apart, and I had to fall apart, and I had to be witnessed in it. So embarrassing. Can I tell you? Like, so much shame. People watching me cry, lose my shit, act like a little teenager, like a little girl, whatever, all the things to just have a big exhale and be like, you know what? I am a person, I am a human being. And all of that constriction, all of that holding, all of that like tight, 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 like it is so damaging. It is so damaging to our health, to our nervous system. And no level of nervous system regulation is going to get you to a place where that clenching is not going to hurt you or harm you. That clenching is going to destroy you. It destroyed me. And then when all of the external things fell apart, it was just me and me. And the important things like my soul friends, like my chosen family, like I love my business, that feeling that I love my business and I'm going to keep doing my business, not because it makes me the most money or the most likes on Instagram or whatever, but because I love it. And it is part of my soul. And all of the things that were like part of my soul, those got to stay. And all of the other bullshit just like is going away. And it's still, there's still like a little bit of cleansing apparently until mid-ish February. We're still in the year of the snake. So we're still shedding and cleansing. And then, we're going to get to a point where we're just really naked and vulnerable us. And that might sound so very terrifying to you. And it sounded terrifying to me. And I'm very annoyed today because I have all these things that I have to do. And I have to do it on my own. But I also know how to ask for help, But the truth is I live alone. So I have to do a lot of things on my own. And I'm worried about my dog, who's the love of my life. And she has been peeing herself, and that's very worrisome. I know I'm going to take care of it because part of this process is like I will allow my frustration, my fear, my grief, everything that's there, rage, oftentimes. And then on the other side is where the emotional maturity looks like taking action and getting shit done, but not at the cost of like suppressing all of who I am. I'm also worried about the other love of my life, who I won't get into now. Not worried, just miss him dearly. Maybe he can hear this. Probably he can because he can hear everything I say through our soul connection. I won't get into that. I'm writing a book about that. So you just wait for that to come out. But, I'm kind of rambly today. All that to say that I know that you want your life to feel easier. And I 100% support that because a difficult life is just not what we want. Like, we don't want to feel like we are battling ourselves. And just so you know, you're battling yourself. You're not battling anything external. It's really like it's happening inside of you every day. And the battle consists of, number one, always having to have your shit together. And it's okay not to, So it's okay to drop those masks with certain people in certain moments in safe spaces. Number two, you're very hard on yourself. Holy shit. You are so hard on yourself. You have to remember that, okay? I have this little thing now that really helps me when I feel like I'm just like a failure at life. I remind myself that I'm very hard on myself. So like my standard is like 50,000 compared to like 100 of normal people. And so then I say, okay, yeah. So I'm really not at negative 500 right now. I'm really at like maybe like 5. Okay. Negative 500. That's a bit extreme. I am not as bad as I think I am in this moment. And the internal fighting and arguing against yourself and all of these things are coming from a child who always had to prove their worth always had to prove that they deserve to be loved for something. There were things that you did to show that you deserve to be loved. And your perception was that you can only be loved when you're doing these things. It's not enough to just like exist and be, and that's it. And this child also had to be good. Like that is how they maintained their safety. They were obedient, they were quiet, they were good. There wasn't like temper tantrums. It's so funny because I come from the Ukrainian culture, but I grew up in Israel. And so when I was growing up as a little kid, seeing like Israeli children fall to the floor in a tantrum, I was mortified. I was like, what the hell is going on? And I would never do that. Never in a million years. I was always like put together, even as a child, which is insane because children are meant to lose their shit. They're meant to like just feel whatever they feel, not hold it all together. So that child is still inside of you, ruling the show and saying, you want to be good at life. You want to be safe. You want to feel safe. You have to hold everything together. And that is exhausting. It's exhausting and it's so sad. I hope you can feel how sad I feel for you, for all of us, for working so fucking hard. Like we have worked so hard just to exist. And so I want this year to be about ease for all of us. And coming from like the worst few years of my life, I created ease. Even in this moment, I actually feel ease because I'm just like bitching away. Like I am just allowing myself, probably not fully. There's more growth. There's more like opportunity to like lose my shit. I know it's not at full capacity, but I am really like allowing myself to not be okay right now. And that's part of it. And there's many more parts, but I want this year for all of us to be a year of softness, allowing and ease, and still get the things that you want in life, get your goals, and have fun, meet your dreams, like all the things you want, but let it be easy. Let it be fun and joyful and easy. And that's why I've created my amazing masterclass called Ease. It's happening on the 21st of January. And I'm not going to blab at you too much. I'm going to talk at you a little bit. I'm going to share some really vulnerable, juicy stuff about my own process. And then we're going to do some beautiful practices to welcome ease. And I'm going to teach you the exact practices that I do in my life to welcome ease, to really feel ease, even when on the outside there's chaos and challenge and difficulty. Okay? So that's what we're going to do. I'm so looking forward to it. It's going to be so good. Grab your spot. I am manifesting between 50 and 70 of you there. So help me bring this vision to life with ease. I can't wait to see you. It's going to be so amazing. It's going to be 2 hours of fun and practices and being together and experiencing ease together. I can't wait to see you. Love you and have a beautiful week. Thank you so much for joining me and listening to this episode. If you liked it, please make sure to leave me a review so that more beautiful humans can get to this podcast, and subscribe to the show. And please do share it with a friend who would benefit. And I always love to hear from all of you on Instagram, so visit me there at marina.y.t. I share really awesome content and would love to hear your comments about the episodes. Until next time, I love you so much and I appreciate you. Have the most beautiful day.